As a celebration for reaching 2,000 subscribers, I thought I'd make a video of all the tips I wish I knew before I started my Road to 100 series in The Binding of Isaac Repentance. A few people in my streams have asked for tips, and I struggle to think of them in the moment, so I've just taken the time to dump all my favourite tips into this video. It's not an exhaustive list, but I do hope there's something in here for everybody. Let's get started. How do you find the super secret rooms? When I first started, I was always getting it wrong. I didn't really get it, I just used to get to the boss room and then start bombing the walls, heading backwards towards the spawn. I've got to shout out Ryan for this tip. This is what made it stick for me. Ask yourself, when you land on a floor, where is the secret room? It's at least as far as the shop. That's the logic. A lot of the time, this means it's either in the same room connecting to the shop, or the one after it. It's more likely to be closer to the shop than it is to the boss room. When I think about finding the secret room now, this is the only sentence that I think of. The super secret room is at least as far as the shop. Don't skip the angel key pieces. Before item descriptions were a thing, I'd skip these key pieces all the time, but they actually do something other than opening the Mega Satan door. Each key piece adds a 2.5% chance of your red hearts becoming eternal hearts. Eternal hearts are great, you know, it's more fuel for devil deals if your deals switch later on. It's extra soul hearts for characters locked into soul hearts. If you're in an angel room and you're not planning on going to Mega Satan, consider picking them up anyway. And if you've got lots of red hearts and you can make the self-sacrifice work, you can consider getting them from there too. When you begin completing beast runs on the tainted characters, you don't have to worry about taking the cracked key anymore. You can finally take your strength cards or your era walks. Not chaos cards, because those don't work unfortunately. But if you do take a cracked key, you can go into that room and find an inner child, assuming you've got it unlocked, which gives you an extra life in the fight. Some of those tainted characters are really difficult, so an extra life is really nice to have. I'll admit that most of the time I skip inner child, but it's good to know that it's there. Troll bomb fuses. Now, they reset when you exit the room. Put that to use. You know, if you've got enough speed, nudge them towards potential secret rooms or tinted rocks, or even just pots. You know, early game, when the bomb economy is pretty rough, you got to take all the advantages you can get, and troll bombs are as good as any to do your dirty work. If you go in alt path, watch out for the Dreamkeeper. It's always risky to take blind items, and Dreamcatcher solves this problem by showing you both items in the item rooms in advance, even the blind one. Dreamcatcher is always useful anyway, because it gives you a soul heart each time you get to the next floor, and by peeking at the item room, you can decide to skip the room if the item's bad, and get a higher chance for your planetariums. If you're on the Delirium floor and you're struggling a little bit, you need some extra items from the other bosses, and the skulls won't be nice and just drop you a teleport card or a Hierophant. You can rule out Delirium from being in some of the boss rooms. He lives in a large 2x2 boss room, so if you see a situation like this, you know for a fact that this room will not contain Delirium. You can safely beat the boss, get another item, maybe it's what you need to beat the run. Couple of room spawn mechanics. So arcades can be very useful, particularly if you've got a lot of heart containers or if you've got low speed, since blood bags are fairly easy to get in there and the crane games are really good. But did you know that it only spawns on the even numbered floors? Or odd if you're on the alt path, but you also need to enter the floor with at least 5 coins. So sometimes it might be good to think twice about buying that soul heart in the shop. Maybe the arcade on the next floor would be better. And the self-sacrifice room. This has a chance of spawning on every floor, but it's got a higher chance if your total health exceeds the amount of red heart containers you've got. So if you're looking for key pieces to fight Mega Satan, or you just would really like a self-sac to spawn, make sure you've got plenty of health when you go down onto the next floor. Now this is a popular one, but I'll restate it here in case anyone's missed it. If you go in the beast path, a popular method is to go through the alt path and skip the item rooms until you get the planetarium. The reason is that, you know, you get the item rooms anyway on your way back up through the ascent, and you've got the added benefit that on your way back up, the second item won't be blind anymore. You get to see what it is. Not bad. Switching to greed mode, a lot of the time you want to have charges ready for the devil deal or angel deal. You know, I'm thinking of D6, Void, Abyss, Crooked Penny if you're a Chad, maybe a bomb item if you're fishing for the key piece. Yes, it's also useful in greed mode. Refer to the previous tip. If you can see that you're going to be one charge short, remember that sometimes there's combat in the exit room. If you remember to do this room before you press the Devil Deal button, you might get the charge that you need to roll the items, you know, or suck them up, whatever you want to do. Just remember that this room exists. Now, when should you press the greed mode button? I could never decide at first. I hated the idea of losing coins. If it's just a case of the combat is getting too difficult and you need to pause the waves, that's fine, that's up to you, that's your choice. But this tip is about other situations. So once again, you know, if you've got the D6 or the Void or any other active that you want to use multiple times on a floor and you need to use it in a room that's not in the main room, should you stop the combat or should you just wait and buy the battery in the shop? Here's the breakdown. Yes, by pressing the button, you're going to lose 1 coin and half a heart. The trade-off is the value you get from an entire extra charge on the active. A battery costs 5 coins. Pressing the button costs 1. So if you're getting an extra charge by pressing the button, you're saving 4 coins against buying a battery. That's worth it. Sometimes. If you've got a judgment card, it can be worth saving in case you find a restock machine in the wild. Sometimes they show up in secret rooms, and the secret room pool is really good, you know. Glitched Crown, Rock Bottom, Arky, 99 bombs, 99 keys, noose. So many good items, it's worth sifting through the trash in there. And speaking of, any method of spawning items in the secret room with a restock is so good. Reverse stars, reverse lovers, even a reverse judgment to pop down the reroll machine. This is how you break runs in Isaac. This is just a bunch of stuff that I use and think about pretty regularly during my Isaac runs. But I know for a fact that you'll know of some tips I haven't mentioned. Like I said at the start, this is not an exhaustive list, so why not comment your tip below, and if there are enough good suggestions, then I might make a sequel video with the top tips from the Isaac community. Hope this video helped. Thank you for watching, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.